God, hi. Hello there, everyone, including you.
Yeah.
I'm saying hi to everybody.
Hey, everyone who's listening. Could be like 4 people.
Could be, well, hopefully more than
Could be
4.
2. Could just be us.
Just the 2. Well, I'll make my dog listen.
Yeah, but that's not a person.
It counts. That's mean.
It is, but I'm okay with that after this disaster that's been the first recording. So, anyways, do you want to introduce yourself?
Oh, hi, I'm Bob.
I'm Ben.
Yeah.
This is a recording of something that
I like the name. Should we say the name, or are we going to save that?
we can say it if you want.
Well, do we save it for episode 1? Because this is technically like an episode 0. Well, this might be a 0.25. We
Yeah,
have a
this is
quarter of an
0.
episode.
So we'll save it for the actual episode if you want.
Okay,
Well,
we'll tease it.
Kind of had a more thought out idea for what this is.
Yeah, well, we do have an idea. It's just we're not doing it this time because we need a basis for which to record everything else.
So I think that leads us into what we're doing this time, which is me and Bob are going to watch a movie.
Yeah.
Specifically, we're watching Terrifier today. Because, to make a long story short, I suggested we watch Terrifier 2 to Bob because apparently people are vomiting and passing out and pissing their pants in the theaters. And I thought that'd be fun to watch Bob do.
Yeah, well, it'll be fun for you, maybe. Maybe
Yes.
it'll be fun for you.
It'll be very fun for me.
Unless you're in the splash zone, in which case, it might suck a little bit.
I'm going to be in the smell zone for anything.
The smell zone.
I don't know about the splash zone.
All right, well, that's good. I'm glad you're going to have to fucking deal with it.
But, like, do you want to describe, I guess, what you want out of this being a potential podcast?
Yeah, so I'm terrified of scary stuff. I hate scary movies. I hate scary video games. I don't do well with them. I told Ben about this. I was listening to a scary podcast one day, and I got so freaked out that, like, I couldn't go to sleep. Like, I do not do well with scary stuff. I'm very scared. And I think the point of this is to acclimate me to scary stuff. Like, I want to get into scary movies. It's something I'm interested in, but I've always been too scared to do. So I'm making myself do it by recording a podcast.
Yeah. I guess why I'm doing this is, like I said, I'm, just a great person, and I want to see Bob freak out because I think that'd be funny, but also because I like horror. I think it's a really fun genre. I was just at a horror convention this weekend.
Yeah, earlier today.
Yeah, earlier today. I was there for 3 days, and I just drove back this morning. So I think it'd be a fun way to introduce someone else to it, because you just need more psycho fans in the crowd.
It's true. So we're watching Terrifier.
Yeah.
The rest of the episodes we're gonna do, the movies are gonna be there. Okay, so there are way too many horror movies in general. Not too many, but there are a lot.
No, there is so many.
Okay, there are a lot. So instead of having Ben just pick a movie every week for us to watch, because I know that would be absolute hell because he would pick the worst shit I've ever seen.
Not even that, but I'd pick probably the super famous stuff that everyone's heard of.
It's fair. To make it more interesting, we've come up with an idea. We're going to do a 3x3 board with topics at the top, and then going down, every single movie will fit into like that genre or topic.
So, like, I guess it's a theme, basically.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
So you'll hear this at the end of the episode. We're going to pick our themes for next week, and then Ben is going to fill out this 3x3 with movies, each scaling down in intensity of actual scariness or like grossness. So let's say, like, if I were to pick, let's pick some general, like slashers, Ben would find 3 slasher movies and put the scariest one at the top and then go down.
Now, I would like to say I'm going to try and get them in the order of what I think is going to scare Bob the most.
It's true. I don't do spiders. He knows that.
Some of these categories, though, might not have super scary movies in that. So it's going to be debatable 1, 2, 3s, but we'll try.
Yeah, it's kind of whatever. But Ben's going to pick a category, I'm going to pick a category, and the third one is going to be random. Or since we're recording this in October, we're going to do Halloween movies.
Yeah, we thought that'd be a good idea for like our first kind of
first kind
category.
of test. And the point is to get through this board, this 9x9 thing, by watching every movie, which means I could be an absolute baby this episode, or for the first episode, this is episode 0 technically, and pick something easy. Be like, all right, this is the least scary category. I want the least scary movie. That is not entertaining.
No.
That's not the point. The point is I'm eventually going to have to watch the really scary stuff.
Which is going to be great, because sometimes we're going to have categories that Bob's not going to want to do until the very end.
And I'm going to have to sit through it.
Yeah, and he might want to do them first, or spread them out.
I won't make it. No way.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's the concept for our little horror board or whatever.
Yeah.
We'll be talking more about it after we watch this movie.
Yeah, because we'll have to pick our topics for the next episode and stuff like that.
Yeah. Do you want to get into talking about this movie then?
Oh, no, actually, we forgot something. The franchise thing.
Oh, yeah. So basically, when we're doing the board, I'm going to try and put in singular movies. As I said, Bob's not going to know what they are before he selects them. But sometimes we're going to run into movies where you kind of have to watch a couple because they're big franchises. And when that happens, we're going to have what I think Bob has coined as calling a landmine. Basically, if he selects a square and there's a franchise on it, we're going to have to watch all of them. Now, I'm going to try my best to cut a franchise into what I would call natural parts, so we don't have to sit through like 12 Friday the 13th movies when we eventually get to that series.
I feel like that would be really fun, by the way.
What, doing all 12?
Yeah, because, like, there's one where he goes to space. That's a cool movie.
Jason X?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think sometimes if I think we can sit through it, I'll choose like a big mega franchise. But I've already decided, I think for some of them, I'll have to break them down because it's like maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours for each movie. And we have to watch the movie and then maybe talk about it before and after. If we do that 12 times.
Yeah. And we're also both have jobs in
Yeah.
college. So maybe we don't have the time for all that.
So
we could try.
Maybe we break them down into smaller, more bite-sized pieces.
I will say there are some horror like franchises that I really want to watch. Like I want to see all the Child's Play movies. I've never seen them.
Yeah, that's another thing. I think we talked about this, but Bob hasn't seen anything.
No. I've seen Nightmare on Elm Street, which I love. That's a great
I think
movie.
you've seen just the first one, right?
Just the first one. I love that movie.
I've been telling him about Child's Play.
Oh, I've seen The
That's
Exorcist, which when I was like 7, and that scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, I think you said that was the scariest movie for you.
Yeah,
so
scariest
far.
movie I've ever seen, but I saw that at age 7, so
And
it was probably
that's not
traumatizing.
scary at all.
Oh, okay, well.
Well, it's scary if you live in like the 60s, 70s when that movie came out, but
Fair.
by modern standards, that's
See, if that's
fun.
baby stuff, then I don't know what I'm in. See, we've had very long, extensive conversations about horror movies, like, you know, at work, because we work together. We see each other every night, almost. And every single time, I think to myself, what the fuck is he talking about? This sounds insane. Why would anyone watch this? And now I'm going to have to watch it, so this is going to be fun, I'm
yeah,
sure.
it'd be great. Is there anything else?
I don't think so. I think we covered everything.
All right. So I guess we're going to start discussing Terrifier.
Yeah, let's talk about the movie that we're about to watch.
So we're going to be watching Terrifier today. It's a 2016 movie. That's when it did its first initial release. And then it really only got distributed in 2018 by Dread Central Productions. That's the distributor. It is about 86 minutes long. That's including credits, so it's going to be shorter for us today. And it's what's known as a grindhouse film. Do you know what that is?
Oh, what is that? That is, like coffee?
No.
Like a coffee grinder?
No.
Like, oh no.
Basically, it comes from, as far as I'm concerned, because not a film student, but it comes from like theaters called grindhouses where they would play like movies constantly that were usually pretty cheap. So like you could go in and watch like 4 movies for like $5 or something.
That's actually kind of cool.
They're usually like pretty like indie films just because that would be cheap to show. But as a general modern like horror term, the term grindhouse usually is referring to a movie that sacrifices like more traditionally positive things like good acting, character development, plot, stuff like that. And then they replace it with kind of what I think are more fun concepts like sex, gore, nudity, violence, you know, that high-end artsy stuff.
Oh no.
So that's grindhouse
Okay.
is like a genre.
It
So
sounds
that's
like B movies. That's what I'm getting. Like,
so a lot of B movies are grindhouse, but it's kind of like a specific term for a specific type of B movie, essentially.
Because I mean, I'm going to be honest. A lot of that reminds me of trauma films.
Yeah,
You just
so
described a lot of trauma.
a lot of
movies.
trauma films, because as you can tell, Bob actually knows trauma films.
I do. I love them. They're very funny.
Yeah. Lloyd Kaufman was at my convention.
Was
by
he
the
really?
way.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Papa Lloyd. Oh,
We're getting kind of sidetracked.
I love
but,
that man.
Yeah, they could kind of fit into grindhouse, but it is a very specific term for like when people do this to an egregious extent. Just like
Oh, I see.
you're kind of throwing a lot out of the way, but you got good gore and sex and nudity.
So, like Saw, maybe? I don't know if Saw is the right thing. I don't know if I'm
Saw-
talking my ass here.
I would say is not, because they do generally have pretty good acting, especially in the first Saw
Oh,
movie.
do they? I've never seen them.
Yeah, I know you haven't. That's gonna be a fun thing to watch.
No,
Some
it's
torture
not.
porn.
I'm gonna fucking cry.
Bob doesn't like people getting tortured.
No, it makes me feel bad.
It makes him feel, I think, uncomfortable.
No, I feel bad for the people being tortured, even though I know it's not real.
So,
Also, don't knock on the table. It's really fucking
oh,
loud.
I'm
in the
sorry.
recording.
No, but
it's
yeah,
okay.
so we're going to be watching this, which is definitely Grindhouse, because while I do like the film, I can definitely say the acting in it is not great.
I mean, just from the trailer, the acting did not look phenomenal.
Nor is the plot great. It's overall not, I would say, the best movie ever. In fact, I wouldn't say it's a great movie.
All right, well, let's not. I mean, hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's gross, right?
Oh yeah, so that's what I'm getting into is I still really like the movie. What it lacks in all those things I mentioned, it makes up for in sheer practical effects. This movie is
it practical?
gross,
All of it, or
but like all the gore is practical.
oh, this is gonna be. I'm gonna fucking. I'm gonna have to puke.
Oh yeah, it's real bad. Like, fair warning to anyone who goes and watches this movie who hasn't seen it. It's real bloody. It's really gross, and more importantly, it's really fucking mean. Like, this is a mean-spirited movie.
Oh God, no! Don't be mean.
Yeah, we're starting rough. Now, what I will say is the guy who made this film, Damien Leone, I think that's how you pronounce his last name.
I don't know.
So he wrote it, he directed it,
Oh, okay.
he co-produced it,
Oh my God.
and he edited it.
What didn't this man do on this movie?
He didn't do music,
Oh well.
but he also did the practical effects in it.
Oh, okay.
And it definitely shows. That's like what his background is.
That makes sense.
And you can really tell, like, watching the film, that that's where his energy goes into. And I don't think he's as good as, like, dialogue and all that stuff.
Okay.
It might just be because he was so spread thin. I mean, he's doing 4 different roles plus just effects. So that's a lot to do on a film.
Yeah, I get that.
And I just imagine he was spread thin, and he just focused his energy on kind of what he's good at.
You can hire people to do all the other stuff, so you know.
You can, but this is an indie film, so it's low budget.
Do you know what the budget for this movie was?
Yeah, I wrote it down. It's $100,000.
They made this movie for $100,000.
Yeah, that's not a lot of money.
That's not a lot. They're like $1 million movies.
Yeah, he originally had it going as an Indiegogo, and then the other co-producer basically gave him money as a co-producer credit.
That's really cool.
Which is kind of like a common thing. This is his second actual feature-length film, Damien Leone. He did a couple short films. One was The Ninth Circle. He did that in 2008. And then he also did another short form, Terrifier, in 2011. And both of those feature Art the Clown, which is the main kind of antagonist in this movie.
Yeah, I've seen pictures of this clown, and I don't like him.
Yeah, so he's kind of a mix between a standard clown and a mime.
And that's what makes me... Like, how are we going to go the whole movie and the antagonist isn't going to say a word? Like, at least Freddy Krueger talks to you when he kills you.
Yeah, I think it works. He's creepy as shit.
Oh,
He has this whole, like, black and white aesthetic, and he's got, like, these angular features.
Oh, he looks gross. I'm going to be honest.
He's pretty gross. But he's pretty scary. He's being acted by a different actor in this film versus those short films. And the guy really, really does a good job with it. Like, he makes it his own. It's David Howard Thornton.
I've never heard of this man.
Yeah, I don't know what else he's been in. But
Well.
he just does a great job. I've seen the other appearances of Art the Clown besides Terrifier 2. And the character's almost completely different just because Thornton just makes it his own.
Yeah, I do want to add this, but we're still talking about the movie. We're going to record audio throughout the entire movie, so I will cut in my screams and and being grossed out by this movie at the end for everyone who wants to hear me be sad and be grossed out by disgusting clown nonsense.
Yeah, there's some parts in here where Bob is going to be very uncomfortable.
God, I fucking hate... Oh, this is such a bad idea.
Yeah.
Why did I commit to this?
I guess the last thing to say about this is... So this is a sequel to an anthology series.
Yeah.
It's All Hallows Eve. So those short films I talked about are in that anthology.
Oh, okay.
And Art the Clown's like the tying character between those. Otherwise, I think that's it on this.
Okay, well, I guess we'll talk to you after we watch this fucking movie.
Yeah, we're going to watch it. We'll come back afterwards and talk about what we think, what Bob thought, because that's going to be fun.
Oh, my God. Am I going to puke?
Do you want to get a bucket?
I have a trash can.
There's some gross parts in this movie.
I have a trash can.
Like, This is one of the more gory movies I've seen.
God damn it.
And it's all practical, so it looks
fucking gross.
it looks pretty good.
I will say, we were in the van at work, and this other dude we work with, I'm not going to say his name, but we were talking about this movie, and he was like, he didn't want to spoil it, but something goes upside down, and apparently it's really disgusting.
We were talking about it without trying to tell you, and there's one part, and we were both talking about it, because it is the most, I think, memorable part of this movie, and we will talk about it afterwards, because I think I'm going to ask you, hey, what do you think the best kill was or the most memorable part of the movie was? And I think you're going to say that one. Yeah, you might want a bucket.
I have a
because I know
trash can.
you kind of...
I have a full trash.
For anyone who doesn't know Bob's kind of not great at keeping things in his body.
Okay. All right. I mean, you did... yeah, I throw
Not to
up.
get
I don't
into
throw up
things.
a lot. Let's put it that way. I don't throw up. I kind of do other stuff.
But there is a concern that he might get a little queasy.
Yeah, that's true. I don't do well with guts and blood and stuff, which is part of the reason I don't watch horror movies, because they kind of freak me out.
Yeah, so we're going to start strong.
We're gonna start with a good one.
Are you ready? Or do you want to keep talking so you don't have to actually start
No,
watching the
no,
movie?
I won't put it off anymore. Jesus fucking Christ.
All right, well then, here we go. All right, so we just watched Terrifier.
God.
Now, I think this goes without saying, but we're about to talk about the movie.
So spoilers.
So spoilers. If you haven't seen it, I'd recommend you go watch it now. Or if you don't care,
yeah, if you just want to hear about the movie without having to go see it, this is a good thing.
it's always great.
I think something we should have said at the beginning that we didn't is, if you want to watch these along with us, listen to the first part, and then we'll let you know when we're about to go watch it. Then come back and finish the rest of it when you're done.
Yeah. I mean, I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I think it's an interesting thing, a good conversation to be having about this fucking movie.
Yeah. So, yeah, Bob, what did you think? Because
It was not as scary as I thought it was going to be.
no, it's a lot more gory than it is, I think, horrifying.
This movie's gross as fuck.
Yeah.
It's like
it's shock,
gross.
not like jump scares or anything.
like art. The dude that did art was phenomenal. I thought he was weird to say, he was funny.
Yeah, he does a very good job with a character that doesn't speak.
That was the best part, honestly.
He's very emotive. Like, he is the best parts of like a silent clown and a mime all wrapped together. I'd be surprised if he didn't have some sort of practice in doing something like silent like this.
Yeah, because like there were moments where he didn't say a single thing, and I was like, oh, I know exactly what he's getting at. Like, I totally see what this clown is up to.
Yeah, he I think I was saying to Bob while we were watching it, but like, if this actor didn't play Art, it's a very different character.
I could totally see that.
Just doesn't work as well because he just plays it so spectacularly.
And also, I'm going to be honest, Art, not that it wasn't scary, because I definitely jumped a couple times. I was so freaked out that I jumped when a mop fell over.
Yes, that was you actually got, I think you screamed so loud you popped the mic when the mop fell over.
Yeah, that one freaked me out. I will say, this movie has a lot of tension because I'm lazy and didn't feel like buying it. We watched it with ads. The ads really gave me some respite.
Yeah, this time, because it's episode 0 and I figured we don't really care that much, we just watched it with ads, and I definitely think it gets rid of the tension, obviously.
There were moments while we were recording the audio for the movie, like, where it was completely silent because I did not want to speak because it was so tense.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I was literally sitting there like curled up in a ball trying not to fucking freak out.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, not a bad movie.
No, I think it's so-so.
It's fine.
It does practical effects and gore and all that stuff really well.
The practicals looked really fucking sick.
As far as practicals go, I think it's one of the better movies for them. At least gore practicals, not anything else. But
Yeah.
everything else is not the best.
The actors were fine.
They're
at
fine.
acting. Except for Art. Art was phenomenal.
Art's phenomenal. The actors are fine. They're not like bad actors or anything.
No.
It's just like,
And I feel like with better direction, it could have been done better.
yeah, and I just think their dialogue isn't
The writing
most
leaves some
natural.
things to be desired.
Yeah, it's mediocre. I looked up IMDb scores because I thought that would be interesting,
Oh, okay.
and they gave it a 5.6 out of 10,
I would say that's pretty
which
fair.
is pretty middling. I mean, I also looked at Rotten Tomatoes, and it's about the same, like a 55%.
That's not so bad.
And
like, I could totally see this movie being like a cult classic film because,
oh
like,
yeah,
the gore alone. If you want to watch a scary movie and you want to watch someone get annihilated by a clown, this is the movie for you.
Yeah. And
For
I mean,
sure.
it's pretty obvious why it got a second movie.
Yeah.
Like, especially, 6 years later,
Yeah.
basically, since the first release, but really 4. It's probably more accurate. Do you have anything else you want to say about Art?
I like his dumb little hat.
Yeah, so he has this weird little black hat that's just strapped on.
I enjoy the hat a lot.
It's pretty fun.
Also, he's definitely into some freaky shit sex-wise.
What do you
I'm
mean?
just putting that out there. Well, like that lady was like, "Oh, feel mommy's.
Oh,
Mom,
yeah.
You've never felt a mother's touch," and then he started
Started
sucking his thumb, and then he cut her tits off.
Yeah, he kind of went like whole Buffalo Bill on it.
I don't know what that is.
I know you don't.
Okay, is that like Beta Ray Bill or is that something different? I don't actually.
Beta
know.
Ray Bill.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I know you don't know what that is.
I don't know what that. Yeah, what?
Yeah,
I,
I'm not gonna spoil it because we'll watch that movie eventually.
Oh, it's from a movie.
Yeah.
What movie is it from?
Well, I'm not gonna tell you that.
Okay.
Do you really want me to tell you that?
No, it's fine. Yeah, we can leave. Because if it's on the board, I don't want to have anything
It's not gonna
spoiled.
be on the board yet because we haven't decided. But it's a very famous movie. I can just tell you.
Sure. What is it?
It's Silence of the Lambs.
Well, wait, hold on. I thought that was somebody else.
There's multiple in that.
Oh, God.
You don't know what the plot of Silence of the Lambs
I have
is.
no. I've never seen it.
Yeah. Buffalo Bill's a character. Anyways, so yeah. Anything else you want to talk about before I start asking you questions? Anything?
Nah, I'm good. I will say I'm really glad one of the characters died first because she was fucking stupid.
Dawn? The blonde?
The blonde one. I hated her.
Yeah. So I think the thing there was she was supposed to be drunk.
Sure.
But
well, hopefully she didn't feel
she
anything.
did not act drunk so much as stupid.
Yeah. Okay. Well, hit me with your question, Benjamin.
All right. So I think, what do you think the most memorable scene was in the movie?
For sure that lady getting cut. Well, no.
See, because
Okay. There's a scene where someone is hung upside down. A woman is sawed literally in half with a handsaw.
yeah,
Very memorable moment. I think the more memorable moment was the reveal that Art was the lady under the
think that?
fucking under the like cloth, and I was just like, oh, that's fucking funny. That's what I'm saying. This movie's very funny.
oh yeah, he's a clown. I mean,
Like it's
pretty
definitely
funny.
scary, but it's also super fucking funny.
mm-hmm.
Art literally scalped the woman, cut her boobs off.
I couldn't tell if he cut like her vagina out, or if that was just blood on his penis and like
I have no idea.
massive bush. It looked like there was something there.
I have no idea. I couldn't tell either. That was the funniest part because then he walked around naked with this woman's boobs over his chest, just
Very
like,
sensually too.
I know that might be the most memorable moment.
That's one?
That one for sure. Because like the woman getting cut in half, yeah, gory, gross, looked sweet because it was good practicals, but like no way.
I think they're both up there. I think the girl getting cut in half's the one I always remember first, just
Fair.
because it's both shocking and also something I don't think you see anywhere else.
That's completely fair.
Because he literally goes from her vagina through most of her head. He quits,
Yeah, he leaves a little bit of skull
which
intact.
I think we talked about this during the movie, but it kind of feels like they did it for like the practical reason of not having half a body double swinging around.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I have to go with the lady cut in half. I think that's the most memorable one.
It's a good one, for sure.
Although another scene that I think is really pretty good.
It's the truck scene.
I wasn't gonna say the truck scene. That's pretty good.
'Cause I thought that was also funny.
Basically, one of the characters gets hit at the end, like right at the end, with a truck,
Yeah.
and then gets her face eaten.
Yeah.
That insult to injury.
See, I'm glad it wrapped around. I'm glad it came back to the beginning.
So did you get that with the whole wraparound
yes,
thing?
it was good. I liked it.
So basically, they set it up with the beginnings of the interview,
Yeah.
which Bob got freaked out by when we
Well,
first
because
see
her face is very
the
startling.
person's face. But we learn by the end it's Victoria. So
Yeah.
the events of the film we're seeing are what happened to her.
Yeah.
Um,
Which then led to her murdering a reporter.
yeah, that's actually how you know Art's alive, because he smashes the TV he's watching it on.
Oh, yeah. I guess I hadn't considered that.
I mean, obviously there's the coroner scenes at the end.
Yeah.
Where you
Art
learn
is not a
he's-
man.
Yeah,
Definitely a demon.
I'm
or
surprised it
something.
took you a while to pick that up.
Well, I was like, he was getting hurt by normal shit.
yeah, but like he got stabbed a bunch, and he was still walking around and kicking.
It's true.
Which I mean, obviously we're watching a slasher kind of guy, so
yeah, I just assumed he was just like a normal guy, but he's like,
they take a lot of punishment and usually walk away from it. But
he's also strong as fuck. Art has to be jacked under that fucking costume.
well, no, we saw him naked. He's not that jacked.
Then he is
Kind of skinny.
He's
and
kinda
flabby.
like he kicked that dude's skull into oblivion.
He did stomp that guy's skull into oblivion.
Like it was like a watermelon.
It's Mike, but I'm gonna call him Marky Mark. Now, he did stomp Marky Mark into oblivion, but he had already hammered his skull, which I assume put some fractures on there.
Probably.
But he also had to stomp it like 4 times.
Okay, that's fair.
So I think he put some work in there.
But he definitely sawed that woman in half really fast.
Oh, yeah. There were some choppy cuts, but he got through her.
Yeah.
I think he missed her spine, though. So, like...
You said that, and in the moment I went, that's weird that you would say that. But
it
also,
makes sense, right?
It does make sense, yeah.
Because, like, you go through the pelvis, right? Which did take him a while to get through the pelvis.
It's true. It took a minute to get started.
And then once he was through the pelvis, even though there's a little notch to cut in,
Well,
so he had a
yeah.
starting point. But once he got through the pelvis, he went real fast through the torso and stuff.
Also, can I be honest? I didn't expect to see boobs in this movie.
Are you really?
Yeah, I didn't expect it. I didn't know what to expect.
It was weirdly lacking in nudity.
Weirdly lacking in nudity.
No, because Bob, you haven't watched a lot of horror movies yet,
It's
but
true,
a
I
lot of
guess.
like lower budget horror movies usually like to fill the airspace with nudity,
Oh, I see.
blood, boobs, and other B words.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the bread and butter, because like when you're screaming, it's kind of like ooh titties. I think you went ooh titties.
I did. I went, oh, there's titties. But I don't know. It was just so unsettling to see this woman get sawed in half, and I'm just like, I can see her boobs right now.
Yeah, to be honest, completely surprised they didn't show like full frontal.
I thought they were going to show full vagina.
Vagina.
I thought they were going to do it, but they didn't.
My guess is they couldn't get the actress to okay that.
That is
Which
probably
is perfectly understandable.
Yeah.
They did get like the back of her ass, but like from a high shot.
Yeah.
But he's already like the saw is kind of blocking stuff.
Yeah,
so.
and then once he was in there with the saw, it just showed full belly getting fucking
Yeah,
sawed open.
you can't
guts
tell what
falling
anything
out.
is at that point.
Like, holy shit.
I was gonna say we got on this because you said the van for like shocking, right? She gets hit by the truck.
I mean, that was just funny.
Yeah.
Like, okay, no, actually, the funniest part of the movie is so throughout the entire movie, Art is murdering them with knives, saws, other things. Art just pulls out a gun.
Oh yeah, he just fucking pulls out a gun. I think that's what I was gonna say. The most shocking part, I think, is the switch up halfway through.
Yeah.
Where like you're following Tara, slutty skeleton lady.
Yeah.
That's her costume because it's Halloween.
Yeah.
And like she's set up as the main character.
It's true.
I think even watching it the first time, if you have like some form of inkling that we're watching what happened in the past with the events of that murder, it's set so you're supposed to think that like Tara is the survivor.
See, I thought that this was happening after that had happened.
I know, but like I feel like if you've seen a lot of movies and you get that inkling, 'cause some people do.
Fair.
They're talking about murders with a killer clown, then you see a murder with a killer clown, you might be like, oh,
Yeah,
we're
I
watching
mean
that happen.
Yeah.
But even then, you're supposed to think it's Tara, which then she gets murked in the face.
She got shot six times in the face?
Yeah.
6 times in the
Once
face.
in the neck, too. But yeah, he shoots her a bunch, and then he has to reload. So he walks away and he leaves her.
He just leaves her there bleeding
And
to
so
death.
you could totally think, like, she's the survivor.
Yeah.
And then he comes back and just very angrily
The number
shoots
of
her.
people that get roped into this situation and die for no fucking reason is kind of ludicrous.
Yeah, well, who are we counting as roped in? Like,
The pizza guy for sure.
both pizza guys.
They got annihilated by the clown.
Two. Dawn and Tara, but
They're main characters.
they're
I
main
don't count them.
characters. So, pizza guy, the two bros that are doing fumigation in this building,
Yeah.
homeless lady,
Oh, I forgot about. I completely blanked on the
and
homeless woman.
Victoria. So that's 6.
6 people unrelated to the.
Unrelated to killing Dawn, who just pisses off Art.
It just makes him
She's
so fucking
dumb.
mad.
She sits in his lap and takes a selfie.
Literally, what's on the TV right now?
Yeah,
is-
it's the cover picture on Amazon, which I will say I think it's really funny that he takes a selfie with her dead body
with her
afterwards.
cut in half corpse.
Yeah.
Oh,
I really
God.
wanted to see a scene where he posted that on like Instagram or something, because I think that would have been totally in character and also very funny.
Oh my God. Art's art account. That's
Well,
awesome.
no, like on her Instagram.
Oh.
Like she just took a photo with this stupid clown, and she says it's getting likes, and then
Yeah.
what? 30 minutes later, there's a photo of the clown and a dead body.
That's awesome. You know what? The gun thing was shocking. Even
is.
more shocking is when at the end of the movie, like when the cops have Art cornered, he just kills himself.
Oh yeah, he puts a gun in his mouth and just blows his brains out.
And then it cuts to the coroner, and Art's fine. He just gets up and strangles that guy to death.
Yeah, but it's set up in a decent way. Like he opens the body bag, and obviously you expect him to just jump out, right?
Yeah, he doesn't.
He doesn't. He's just like smiling, which you already know he wasn't doing that when he died.
He does that a lot, though.
But you could be like, oh, whatever. But then he's also like looking with his one good eye.
Yep.
Then the lights flicker and everything.
Yeah, he's definitely like a spirit of some kind, I've decided.
He's some type of ghost possession thing.
Yeah, which you know I don't fuck with ghosts.
Yeah.
Things I don't fuck with include ghost aliens in the ocean. I'm missing
Insects.
something. I don't like it. I don't like spiders. Big bugs. Big bugs freak
Anything
me
else?
out.
Eye stuff.
Eye stuff fucks me up.
Gore.
Gore is pretty gross. I mean, honestly, I expected this to be worse.
This way, yeah, but because like you can't take the movie too seriously. 'Cause,
No,
like,
you
the
really
acting-
can't because I mean, I'm just the dumb top hat first. of
Yeah,
all.
and Art's pretty funny. So like,
He makes me when he's riding around that fucking tricycle. Oh my god, that was funny.
oh my god, I really want to show you the clip, and I'll see if I can find it. Where it's the actor who plays Art, David Howard Thornton. He was apparently just a joy to be around on set. But there's a clip of him just riding on a trike singing in full Art makeup.
It's really funny. Oh, you know what? You know what made me really fucking lose it? When Victoria escapes through like a wooden like door or whatever, through the chains or whatever, and Art like grabs her hair, rips her hair out, and then he's like, "Well, I can't get to her." So then he fucking walks away, and you're like, "Oh, what's he gonna do?"
Yeah.
He comes back with a fucking horn off his trike and starts fucking squeaking it at her like a maniac.
Yeah, he disappears. You were freaking out because you thought she was going to get stabbed in the eye.
Yeah, well, I don't like eye stuff.
And then it's just honk, honk, honk.
it was really
And
funny.
he does it like a lot. Like he has his hand through that door for a
and
while.
she's literally screaming, "Stop! Stop it! Leave me
Fucking
alone!"
maniac.
And I just it was really funny.
Yeah, no matter how like your issues with the writing, they do a good job of making Art like comedically sadistic.
Yeah. And I think you were very right when you say this movie's very mean-spirited.
Oh, it's so mean.
It's like unnecessarily rude.
Like the double tap where like
Oh my god.
well he reloads, which is already like over the top.
Yeah.
But he doesn't kill her.
No.
He just shoots her in the neck. He walks away for 5 minutes and then comes back and unloads a whole clip like in her face.
Like what? So unnecessary.
It was both unnecessary. Also, like the fact that she's beating him down and he pulls a gun out of
So
his
awesome.
like shoe.
Oh my god.
It's so, first of all, over the top in a way that most horror movies don't do.
Yeah.
Because you never see the villain having a gun on them because it makes it unfair, which I think is the point. It's like,
I think it's very true. I think like people with guns are scary, but not nearly as scary as someone with knives. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like-
because, well, a gun, well, I would say a person with a gun's much scarier than a person with a knife.
yeah,
But there's less of a sense of fairness.
it's true.
Like, a person with a gun, super fucking scary.
They just kill you.
But a person with a knife is kind of scary in the way that, like, you think you can still beat him.
It feels more personal. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest.
Well, yeah, because he's close up.
Yeah, it feels like you're stabbing me because you want to stab me. If I shoot you, I'm shooting you. You know what I mean?
I just meant, like, it's kind of scarier in the sense that, like, if someone's coming at you with a knife, there's at least a thought in your head that you can get away.
yeah,
And it's so that disappointment, like, when you don't,
I guess that, yeah,
it's kind of fucked up.
it is fucked up.
Do you have a favorite kill, Bob?
Favorite? Oh, definitely that dude getting his. No, okay. My most uncomfortable kill. You would think I would say it would be the lady getting sawed in half. Not the worst one. The dude that he sawed his head off was way worse for me.
Yeah,
That one felt way
Well,
more personal.
I don't think we ever learned his name.
I don't know his
We were
name.
calling him Mikey, not to be confused with Mike, who I call Marky Mark. It's the other brother of the...
Oh, I don't know his brother. He's just the other
company
exterminator.
was something Exterminator Bros.
Was it?
Yeah. I assume they're probably not actually brothers, but...
Probably
whatever.
not. No, dude. Art like grabbed this dude's head and just started fucking sawing his neck off.
Yeah.
Like, and it was brutal.
Oh, and he's fighting back.
He's fighting it. That was the worst part. Is the fact that he was sitting there fighting this man, like getting his head cut off. Ugh.
Which I gotta mention, practical effects in this movie. Bob, you like practical effects,
I love
right?
practicals. Yeah.
Like you used to work in theater.
yeah,
I
everything's
think I'm allowed
practical.
to say that.
Everything has to be practical.
You can tell the story about the snow if you want.
Oh, I fucking hate snow. You know I hate snow. It's
Like,
so
yeah, but
fucking
they don't know
messy.
you hate snow.
Oh my god, having to sweep up snow after every fucking show was abysmal.
He did a theater show with snow.
With fake snow, and having to sweep that stuff up is just the worst experience of my life because it gets stuck in the broom, and then you have to clean the broom because you can't waste the snow because they didn't buy enough for the show. They bought exactly enough.
Was that at the university?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was at school.
Anyways, practical effects in this movie are gorgeous.
Phenomenal. It looks so
Absolutely
good.
great. I think one of the most impressive parts, obviously besides the whole body double where someone gets cut in half, is the heads.
The
They
heads
used a
look
lot
awesome.
of fake heads, and they look pretty realistic.
What did you call what was it? Oh, at the beginning, the dude that got his head cut off and he put the candles in the eyes. It looked like a jack-o'-lantern. You
Yeah.
called it something else.
I don't know, like a head of lantern?
No, because it was the dude's name.
Oh,
Oh my god, what was it? I don't remember.
I don't know.
But it was very funny.
Thank you.
Art just
Yeah.
stays cutting people's heads off.
It's pretty impressive because he cuts off this fat Italian man's head,
Yeah, true.
and then he thinks it's a great idea to take the jack-o'-lantern that's sitting on the counter, take out the candles, and then like carve this man's head up with a cleaver. Like he hollows it out somehow and puts fucking candles in his eyes and mouth.
Yep, he does. It's very, very like startling because that's the first dude he kills in the whole movie.
Yeah,
right?
that's the first death you see.
Well, no,
It's off screen, obviously, because the other dude's cleaning up shit in the bathroom where he smeared shit everywhere.
yeah, Art kind of left a mess in the Italian place's bathroom,
Which-
really gross.
This might be a weird thing. I remember that scene going different
Really?
from the last time I watched this. So I don't know if this is like a different cut or...
Did you watch like the director's edit or something the first
I
time?
have no idea. I've only ever like streamed this movie, but I've streamed it different ways, right? I vaguely remember him... Oh, I remember him writing art on the wall with shit.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of, not to give spoilers here, All Hallows Eve, where he writes his name out in like blood.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what I'm thinking of.
Do you think that's ever going to be on the list?
All
Or on
Hallows
the board?
Eve? Yeah, probably.
Okay.
That's
We'll get back to
we
more
said this earlier,
art
but that's
content later.
the prequel for this.
Mhm.
And at some point we'll watch Terrifier 2.
Yeah, we'll watch Terrifier 2. I kind of want to do a theater episode.
Yeah, so it's in theaters right now. So
'cause maybe-
it released in America in theaters this month.
Yeah.
So we might do, I guess, a special at some point, maybe next week
Oh, no.
in theaters.
See, I feel like watching this in theaters would be a lot better, to be honest.
it'd be
I
a
would
lot
feel-
of fun.
I would feel more connected to the audience, and I would feel
Well,
less like I'm going to get murdered by a clown.
We'll have to bring you a dog bag.
No, I won't puke.
Yeah.
You don't think?
Bob-
I didn't puke. I gagged at this movie.
We started doing this because I showed Bob an article where it just said people are vomiting, passing out, and like pissing their pants in the theaters.
and those are people that want to see this movie.
Yeah, apparently, I assume the budget for Terrifier 2 is higher.
I mean, yeah, because this I don't know if this particularly sold well or anything, but it was not a bad movie, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, but like they didn't have a lot. We discussed it. It's 100,000, which in movie making terms is very little.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can pull up Wikipedia for it really quick. Yeah, the budget for Terrifier 2 is 250,000.
So double the budget.
2.5 times. Yeah. It has made 5.3 million already.
Holy shit!
It's
They made a
apparently
lot of
doing
money.
really good in the box office.
Well, yeah, because I could see why you would want to see this in a theater.
Oh yeah, it's a great movie for just like I just want to go look at gore, you know?
I want to see some people get fucked
And
up.
it's I will say while it is mean-spirited, it's mean-spirited in a different way that like Saw is.
Yeah, Saw's just like actually mean as fuck.
Cuz like this is mean-spirited in like how art acts, but not in like a let's watch some people cry while they're tortured.
No,
That does happen, but
that
like,
does happen.
They're not tortured per se.
No, the only part I would say is probably considered torture is when Art makes Tara watch him cut Dawn in half.
Yeah, but even then, the only thing that's torture there is like he fakes her out while she's
Oh
strapped
my
to the
God,
chair.
that was fucking
Bob was
horrifying.
freaking out because I think you thought she was just gonna get murked.
I thought he was gonna kill her. Yeah, I thought she was dead. I thought she was fucked.
Do you have a least favorite kill, Bob, or like a least favorite scene?
Least favorite scene?
Yeah.
I didn't think any of least favorite. I don't know. I think everyone that died in a pretty great way. Not.
Those can be different things. Like if you had a least favorite kill or just a least favorite scene.
I mean, I thought the beginning was very, very whatever.
Yeah.
Before Art started doing stuff.
You seemed pretty shocked though at seeing Victoria for the first time though. You got a big reaction from that.
Yeah, well, yeah, because her fucking face is so like
She has like dead fish eyes, which sounds really weird, but like the one
Yeah.
eye she has is very cloudy and like too big for her face.
and her like it doesn't. It's just unproportional. You know what she looks like?
She looks like she got her face eaten.
Well, okay. I was gonna say she looks kind of like a ghoul from Fallout.
I hope she's not based on any like real
No, I hope so,
actual
too.
tragedy people.
Because that's really mean, but
She
I'm
does
not
look good,
lying.
though. No least favorite kills. Like
No, I mean,
I thought the head getting cut off was kind of disappointing because we don't get to see it. The first one,
the first one. Okay, that's fair. I assumed Art had done more fucked up shit in the
Yeah.
bathroom than just shit everywhere and pissed everywhere and wrote his name
Kinda
and
funny.
shit on the wall.
Yeah, but it's like a build-up, I guess.
I guess, but that's just like that's actually mean.
Yeah,
You're gonna do
no
that
shit.
and then go back and kill the guy when he's cleaning it up? Come on.
No, he finished cleaning it up. He waited.
Art let him clean it up
I
first.
let him clean up. I assume Art shit in there.
I don't
Either
know
that
who-
or they had a dirty bathroom full of shit already, and he's just scooped it out and rubbed it on the walls.
Yeah, I guess. I don't fucking know.
Because he went quickly. He was not in there long.
Yeah.
They even made a joke where like he potentially jizzed, but like
I don't think he jizzed in there.
why he definitely didn't jizz.
No. That could have been what was in that syringe though.
Yeah, that syringe looked white and creamy.
It looked like milk.
I
Like
think it was
off
just
milk.
because it was cloudy like plastic because it was old.
Probably. I mean, none of Art's tools are new. Maybe the gun was new. I don't know when he got that.
That gun looked nice.
That gun
Looked nice.
Had a nice
It's like
gun.
a Glock. All right, Bob. So, like, what did you think of the movie?
I liked it more than I thought I would. I did gag. I did gag at one point.
You got really close. It looked like the vomiting. There was a big gag where you leaned over and you went.
Because it was. I mean, it's gross, but it was way more entertaining because Art was funny, and that helped a lot.
Yeah.
It helped me hate it less.
Yeah,
if
you
that makes
kind of
sense.
seem to be enjoying it for the most part.
Yeah, it was. I don't want to say it was an entertaining movie.
Yeah.
At the minimum, like I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was fun. Like I think Art as a antagonist is really really interesting. Like. Hey, what did you think, Ben? You've seen this movie before, so you have, like, extra thoughts.
So I've watched this, I think, like 3 times now.
Oh, my God, really?
Yeah. Because I watched it once by myself.
Of course you did.
And then...
You watch
of
these
course
by
I do.
yourself. I
Well,
could never.
I hear about movies like this, and I'm like, oh, I want to watch that. And then... Because I know it's hard to rope people into watching films. Because, like...
You've now roped me into watching films.
I've roped you into watching films, and I've kind of gotten you dedicated to watching films, which
Yeah.
is great. I don't have a lot of friends who are super into horror like I am.
It's fair.
So it's... You can't always find someone to watch, especially a not great horror movie with you.
See, I love not great horror movies.
I do too.
Like Thanksgiving. Oh my God, that movie's terrible. I love it.
Have you seen Thanksgiving too?
Oh, with the fucking puppets.
Mhm.
Yeah, I've seen it.
There's a really good B movie we need to watch at some point. But we're getting sidetracked. I think it's pretty decent. I think Bob has said this earlier, but it's fun.
It is fun.
It's a lot of fun. It's gory, which if you don't like gore, that's not a good thing. But it's a lot of fun just because of the way Art behaves.
Yeah. He definitely helps it make the movie more palatable.
But otherwise the other things in it aren't the best. That's why I think the Grindhouse description's pretty great, where it's like a lot of the things are lacking, but
Yeah, I mean,
what it does well.
yeah, I think it looks really good in terms of like practicals and stuff. I think the acting is lackluster for most of the people other than Art.
They're not bad though. I like the stress.
No,
that.
I mean it's not fine at all.
it's just
not bad at
sometimes
all.
delivery.
The delivery on some of those lines is really, really atrocious sometimes. Like no one would ever say that.
Yeah, and again, I don't want to say anything bad about the movie because at the end of the day, I like the idea that they made a movie. That's more than I've done.
Oh yeah, mad respect. Like we're just recording on some shitty audio equipment in my bedroom, like
yeah,
hooked to my PC.
They made an actual movie.
Yeah, we're just talking about it.
It's good. No matter what we say, it's worth
still
the
a
watch.
movie.
Yeah.
Like honestly, I would highly recommend this to someone around Halloween.
Yeah. Who would you recommend it to? Obviously,
Oh, Kyle
Halloween.
would love this movie.
Well, not someone you know specifically, like what
Oh.
type of person. But yes,
I
the
mean
bearded
anyone
man.
who's into horror would love this movie. I think.
Yeah.
I think this is a good general movie. Like Saw enjoyers would like this movie. I would. Think.
That's a fair one. That's fair.
People who like
Just
Saw.
people into gore.
Yeah, I mean
practical
it's just
effects.
like yeah.
All right. Do you have anything else?
I don't think so.
All right.
Trying to think of anything else I want to talk about from this movie. I do like the trash bag. I thought that was a funny aesthetic thing.
So he carries around like all his tools, which you see him making at the beginning of the movie,
yeah,
in his trash bag,
he just has a trash bag full of weapons.
which both works thematically because it's black,
Yeah,
but it
And-
also just like it matches his trashy aesthetic.
he's very much a trash man.
Yeah.
I mean, his teeth are like black.
Oh my
his
God.
gums are black.
I think he puts like black like tar on his gums.
He does, at
but
the
then
start
his
of the
teeth
movie.
are like red.
Yeah, he's constantly smiling at you. It's really fucking creepy.
Oh yeah, and the blood gets in there too, and it makes it worse.
for sure.
Anything else?
I don't think so.
All right.
We're gonna move on to the board.
Yeah, so we're gonna describe the board. So we introduced this before we watched the movie, but I assume that was a while ago now,
Probably.
especially for us. But
Oh, it's been I don't know, a couple hours.
yeah, again, we're going to have a board with 3 categories, and then we're going to put 3 movies on there. As we stated earlier, Bob and I are both going to pick a category, and then we have one kind of, we're calling it the random category, but this time we decided to do Halloween movies,
Yeah.
which I think as a general description means they either need to be set on Halloween or
Around Halloween.
around Halloween,
Or Halloween has to be a theme in the movie.
but a big theme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, what is that one movie that I was talking about with the kid who wears the jack-o'-lantern on his head?
Oh, Trick or Treat?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
one would count. Something like, I mean, Michael Myers, Halloween.
Halloween, yeah.
I mean,
Well,
I wouldn't put this.
Maybe
oh.
some of the early Halloweens. Some of them aren't set on Halloween.
Oh, really? I didn't
Yeah.
know that. Maybe like Halloween Town, if we want to go for a less scary movie.
Maybe at some point, but probably not this time. You're not getting out of scary stuff that easily.
Yeah, I
but
don't
yeah,
think
so
so.
we're just limiting it to very specifically Halloween-centric movies.
Sure.
They're not just Halloween themed, but like they
Yeah.
need to
Hocus
focus
Pocus,
on Halloween.
stuff like that. But you
Yeah.
know, scary.
but
stuff.
not Hocus Pocus.
We're not gonna watch Hocus
obviously.
Pocus. Didn't they make a second one of those?
They did. It didn't get good reviews.
Oh, that sucks.
But they got most of the cast back.
That's
which
cool.
is surprising. So we're now going to discuss what categories we choose.
Yeah. So
Bob, do you want to go first?
yours, you say you're being mean with yours.
Oh, yes. Bob has told me when we decided to do this that he was going to choose one that could potentially be easy for him.
It could be. You
It could be.
pick some
He said
really
I could
scary
pick
shit.
some meany ones. Although I then responded that I'm going to pick a very, very mean category for Bob.
Yeah.
Now, do you want to kind of describe why you chose your category and maybe like something about it before you give me a cool
Sure.
creative name for it?
It's not a cool creative name at all. It's
Better
just
come up with one.
Well, I'm not going to
I
come
don't
up.
know.
Did
Make
you
it
come up with a
thematic.
cool creative name for yours?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God damn it.
Well,
You
it's
didn't
not.
tell me you were going to do that.
I told you that.
Oh, my God.
Mine's not super creative. I do have some creative names, but this one's not that creative.
Well, mine isn't creative at all because it's just like, okay. So the reason I chose what I'm choosing is because I know there are movies in it that I like.
Yeah.
I've seen movies with these things in it.
Oh, well, that's kind of interesting because I know you haven't seen many movies.
It's true. And I know I like this genre. I've seen many movies in this genre, but I know there are some really, really good movies, but I also know there are some really, really bad movies, and there are also some really, really scary movies.
Oh, okay.
So there's a wide spectrum, and there's a lot of stuff for you to pick from, and I hope you pick some good movies.
I want you to know
I
I have no clue what you're talking about right now.
there are some good movies. My first one, and I'm going easy on myself because I'm being a little baby because I'm fucking scared. Zombies. I want to do zombie.
Oh, you
want
to do zombie movies?
I want to do zombie movies first.
Oh, I know what I'm doing for zombie movies.
Great. I'm glad you already have some ideas because I know I like zombies as like a genre of movies. Like I've seen tons of zombie movies.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a lot of the really good ones.
What have you seen? I actually don't know. That we should probably go over that now. So I don't.
I've
choose.
seen like the basics. Like I've seen Zombieland and shit. Like,
Okay.
I used listen. Call of Duty Zombies played the fuck out of
Well, yeah,
that.
but
in
like,
high
what
school.
zombie movies have you seen? Just go over that.
I think I've seen Dawn of the Dead,
Okay.
Zombieland.
It's probably not many though.
No, not that might be all the movies.
Oh,
I've watched
okay.
a lot of zombie TV shows. Like
Oh,
I was,
okay, like
I used to
Walking
watch
Dead.
Walking Dead. I used to watch fucking. Oh my god, what is it? It was that Netflix one that came out recently. That Black Summer.
Okay.
That's a really good zombie show. All of Us Are Dead, a Korean zombie show on Netflix, phenomenal. Yeah, I feel like I've seen all the Resident Evil movies. Zombies is like, and I know there are some scary zombie movies that are actually
There's
good.
definitely some really scary zombie movies.
Like I've never seen Train to Busan either,
Yeah.
but I've heard that's a phenomenal
I
zombie movie.
Love Train to Busan. It might be one of my favorite movies ever.
Well, see, I picked a good category.
Yeah, see, and I think this is something we need to talk about now. Bob's picking zombies right now, and I'm going to pick 3 movies that I think give us a nice splattering of the genre. So
Sure.
I'm going to try to hit what I can.
Yeah.
I think it's important to note that, like, we're not going to cover every zombie movie right now.
No way, it'd be impossible. There's so fucking many.
So, like, zombies might come up again as another random category.
Or I might choose it again
mob-
in like when we get there.
Might choose it again at some point. Hopefully not on the next board.
Well, no, I'm not gonna choose it.
That'd
next
be
one.
horrible.
Yeah.
But we'll probably have to come back to it, and I'm gonna try and leave some movies out if I think that we can cover them in a different category. But yeah, zombies. That should be interesting.
I think it's a good first. I think it's a good baby starter.
Yeah, I'll try to throw in some maybe not so Bob shitting his pants, kind of scary.
I was way more scared of Terrifier than I actually ended up being. Like,
yeah,
actually
I
freaked
think
out
you
by
were
it.
kind of worried about it because I told you it was gory
Yeah,
before we watched it.
I was worried. Well, you know what? The dude that we work with that said that shit in the van really hyped it up for me and got me real freaked out.
Yeah,
by it.
so we were talking about this way earlier at the beginning, but me and one of the people we work with, because me and Bob work together, we were talking about the scene where the lady gets sawed in half.
Yeah.
And we had to describe it without giving stuff away.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, what are you picking?
Now I get to choose my category. Now,
Oh God.
Bob, I've told you it's bad.
You told me it's bad, but I don't know what that really means.
So bad means, I was trying to rack my brains for an interesting category, and I've come up with a bunch of interesting categories that I really want to do at some point. However, Bob told me he didn't choose anyone that was bad.
Yeah.
And he did choose zombies, which
pretty generic, I think.
is pretty generic. I thought he was going to choose like one that would be just okay, like horror comedy.
Oh no, I'm not gonna do
Yeah.
that to myself now. I'm saving that for a rainy day.
Yeah. So I wanted to be mean because I thought that was a good way to start the board.
If you choose spiders, I swear to God, I'll kill you.
Wow, Bob, that was a great guess. I chose arachnophobia
Oh my
as my
There can't be that many scary spider movies.
Bob. I want you to look me in the eyes. There are so many scary spider movies. So many. We could do a whole board of scary spider movies and then do like 10 more boards.
I hate spiders
so many.
fucking much.
Some of them are good, some of them are bad. I've actually I've been looking through movies to pick my 3, and it's kind of hard
Well, I'm glad you're struggling because I'm fucking freaking out.
to find which level's bad. So, yeah. I chose this one because I know Bob's really afraid of spiders.
It's true.
We play video games
I was
sometimes.
about to say, do you want to tell this story? Because it's very funny.
and we've been playing, what is it? Earth Defense Force 4.5, I think
Yeah.
is the version we're playing on Steam. And we'll get on Discord and play it together. And there's a level where you fight in a subway system underground, and there is jumping spiders.
I've never come so close to crying while playing a video game in my life.
He was just whining because he didn't know they were there, and he walks off into a passage by himself. And I just hear oh my God, there's spiders.
Yeah, and then they start sucking me into their webs, and I'm like face to face with a giant spider, just a dude with like an assault rifle. That shit was scary as fuck.
Yep. And then there's another level with giant jewel spiders.
Those are much worse, I think.
Yeah.
Because they're much more tanky and harder to kill.
Yep. Getting sidetracked. Point is, Bob really doesn't like big spiders.
No. I hate big bugs in general.
I thought just tackling a board where we have to watch 3 movies with something he's really afraid of is a good way to kind of ease him in and also get some good screams. So.
Oh, for sure. And by the way, I don't know if I said this at the top of this one. At the end, I'm going to cut in a compilation of me freaking out during Terrifier.
Yeah.
So just stay tuned for that, because I'm going to have to edit the fuck out of this, and it's going to be very, very funny, I think.
Yeah. Right. You got anything else to add?
No, I think that's it. Also, I just noticed you're wearing a Dead Meat shirt.
Yeah.
Did you get that at the convention, or did you already have that?
I own this. This is
Okay.
their Halloween merch.
Okay, cool. I've never watched that YouTube channel, but I was at my friend Hunter's house where we watched Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, I love Dead Meat. And I was like, I don't know what that YouTube
Fun.
channel is.
They reviewed like horror movies.
Oh, so
But, like-
they stole our idea.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they stole our
They
idea.
go through scenes and count kills though,
Yeah, like kill counts and shit.
which
yeah.
I do not have the time for that.
Absolutely not.
They have to go through scene and like sometimes pause and count.
What movie? Oh my god. Are there
For a
horror
bunch.
movies where they just like eviscerate people like that?
Yeah, their highest kill count now is owned by a pretty stupid movie.
Okay.
Which I really want to cover at some point. I think they're at like 3,000 kills in that movie.
What?
Yeah, there's some egregious ways you can get kills that are really stupid, but
Bombs, I assume.
because like if they show it on screen and like they give you an actual number, they have to count it. There's some, but like a bomb going off could be a way to do that. Yeah, I guess. Do you have anything else today?
No, I think that's it. Okay.
So
well,
we'll be back next week
we'll be back next week.
with that. Hopefully, our first actual episode.
Hopefully our first real one. And I don't know what I want to pick, because I kind of want to watch a zombie movie now.
You get zombies, Halloween, or arachnophobia.
Do we hit it? Do we start with
Do
spiders?
you start with spiders?
Don't
I
start
think it'd
with
be a great
spiders.
way to start.
Pick the scariest level of arachnophobia. Level
See,
1. That's fucking too
We've
much.
discussed it doing level 1s. I don't know if I'm going to order these and how
They're just
scary
gonna be
they're.
random?
I think they're going to be random.
Okay.
It's going to be 1, 2, 3. So like we obviously know what spot they are, but
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
think
yeah.
it's going to be like scariest. Just because that's such a hard thing for me to rate, especially if I haven't seen them. I haven't seen all the spider movies. I'm probably going to choose 3 I haven't seen.
So here's my thing, Benjamin. Would you be so much of an asshole to put the landmine, to put the fucking franchise under the Spider movie? So when we hit it, we have to watch like 7 fucking Spider movies, because I won't be able to handle that.
First of all, I've said this before. I'm going to try and clip landmines down, especially so we can spread out content for series.
It's true.
But also, thankfully for your sake, there is not a lot of spider franchises.
You know, I'm really glad.
I don't think I found one. They're usually one and done kind of spider movies.
That's awesome news for me. I'm really glad that's happening.
It's probably gonna have to be in Halloween or zombies.
Zombies would be easy though, because I mean, what you got like? There's
I
a
love
bunch of
zombie
zombie
movies.
franchises.
Yeah,
There's tons of stuff.
there's some I love.
I mean, yeah.
I think I know where it's gonna be.
Okay, well that's good. I'm glad you.
I might
already
put
made that
2
choice.
landmines in there.
Oh well, that'll be fun.
I'm gonna try and control myself, but sometimes things happen.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll see you all next week when we come back and see what the board has to offer.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to this portion of the podcast. This is, tacked on the end here, is the compilation of the best screams that we got out of Terrifier. Most of them are me. I'm sure Ben jumped a few times, but he is, way more used to the way that horror movies scare him. So this first clip coming up is actually relatively close to the beginning of the movie, right when Victoria's face is revealed. So have a listen. Oh! What the fuck? This next clip coming up comes from the beginning of the movie, right after we meet Victoria for the first time, and we see her absolutely massacred face. She decides to absolutely lose it and gouge out the eyeballs of the reporter who just took her interview. Here's the clip. Ooh! Ah! Ah! Oh! That wasn't even Art the Clown! This next clip comes right after the 2 women left the pizza place. Art goes back and finishes off the pizza staff. I'll let you have a listen. Oh! Fuck that! That guy's... Oh, come on! That guy's hand just got fucking smashed! This next clip comes from when Dawn is waiting for Tara to come back from the bathroom and gets snatched up by Art the Clown. No, Art just got in your fucking car. Yep. Ah! This next clip comes from a moment in the movie where Art is chasing down Tara in the abandoned building that they found themselves in. Oh, fuck this movie. This next clip comes after Art has finally gotten the drop on Tara, and you know what? You'll see. Oh! Oh! What the fuck?
Right in the ankle.
Oh! This next clip comes from a moment in the movie where Tara is trying to flag down Mike the Exterminator to give her a hand, and Art gets the jump on her and stabs a weird syringe in her neck. Oh! Oh, fuck me! God fucking damn it, you clown! You actual clown! This next clip comes from a point in the movie where Tara has been captured by Art and is being, let's say, toyed with. Oh. Oh, why?
He thinks it's funny to mess with people, that's why.
It's not funny, Ben. It's not funny. There's worse stuff than this. I don't like it. No. Put the handsaw away. Please just stop. Please stop. Please stop. Don't do it. Oh, fuck you, clown. This next clip is by far the longest. It is my initial reaction to the first time I see Dawn get sawed in half by Art the Clown. It's something.
Who's that?
No, bro.
Remember that scene we were talking about in the van?
What is this? No. I don't like this.
It's SpongeBob.
No, I don't like this. No, he's not gonna. No. Absolutely not. No, I'm not doing this. Benjamin. Oh my fucking god, no! No, don't show me that! What the fuck is wrong with this movie? Oh. This next scream comes from a point in the film where it is revealed that Art has scalped and removed the breasts off of a homeless woman and put them on himself, and it's gross. Oh! What the fuck? She's been like scalped. Ah! Oh my god! What the fuck? What?
Yeah, there's Art titties.
What in the fuck? This next clip is just me being a little baby and getting scared by a mop falling over because I am really scared of most things, to be honest.
This whole time.
Oh my god.
The scary mop.
The mop just gave you a fucking heart attack.